To open the Olympic qualifier in Greece, Slovenia was handily defeated by Croatia. Luka Doncic had a rough shooting night, often struggling to convert from beyond the arc, and had some uncharacteristic rim outs in general. He still totaled 26 points, 11 rebounds, and 10 assists, but shot 8 of 23 overall and missed each of his 9 shots from beyond the arc. I'm going to dive into how Croatia's defense made it difficult for Doncic. After getting the ball on an Iverson cut, Doncic received a screen from Nebo. Croatia is using drop coverage and went under the screen with the paint crowded, so Luka takes the deep pull-up three, but struggled with his jump shots early, something Slovenia succeeded with on this play, having Nebo screen extra high for Doncic as he crossed half court with Zubac in a deep drop. Luka dribbled into the gap and held his position to freeze up Zubac, allowing Nebo to get a running start and have an angle to receive a lob, resulting in a successful dunk. After Slovenia had early success with Doncic finding Nebo in pick and roll for a lob, Croatia began helping off the strong side corner while having Zubac stay in drop coverage. On this play, Nebo flipped a screen for Luka, then came back up to screen again, but Doncic rejected it to attack downhill, resulting in a pass out to the corner. This is when shooting success is so essential to keep the defense honest. Croatia switched 1-4 ball screens against Doncic, trusting Zubac would anchor the defense in the paint, allowing the on-ball defender to get into the ball. Doncic took a step-back three-pointer going to his left after attacking Dario Saric, but was off balance and missed the shot. With the defender engaging tightly, Doncic just tried to blow by him going to his left, with Zubac protecting the paint. Luka slowed down his pace to try to hostage dribble and recognized a chance to draw a foul while taking the floater. There were plenty of shots that Doncic uncharacteristically missed. This was a great example of that. He gets by Saric with a between-the-legs dribble after drawing a switch, then gets deep in the paint for a point-blank floater playing off 2 that rattled out. After a few early dunks from Nebo, Slovenia went on a major drought in terms of made shots from the field. Doncic finally broke that with this play. Once again, he's receiving a screen from Nebo, but Croatia helps off the strong side corner, making him pick it up early. But despite having to make a wrong foot floater, he maintains his balance, draws a foul, and gets it to go. Nebo flips a screen for Doncic to open up the chance to attack middle, but with Zubac in a deep drop, Luka uses this as a chance to get into a step-back three-pointer. He likely saw Croatia using the weak side low defender to fake high-tag the roller, and didn't like the passing angle to the corner. When this shot isn't falling, it's tough to overcome. Croatia continued to do a tremendous job of making Doncic take tough shots. Here, Nebo flips a screen, but with Zubac in a deep drop, the on-ball defender is able to recover back to Doncic's right hip, leaving a tightly pressured short-range step back as the next option, which this shot was off. Doncic plays out of another screen on the left side of the floor with the big flipping the screen. This time, Luka gets downhill and draws a veer switch from Zubac before retreating back out to the perimeter to attack the mismatch. Zubac did a tremendous job of playing the drive before timing when to dial up a cross-body pressure as Doncic was getting into the shot, resulting in a block. Zubac was in a position to protect the paint once again as Croatia switches a guard-to-guard screen on the perimeter. Doncic uses a series of between-the-legs dribbles to get the defender to open up his stance to give up the drive left, creating a pressured short-range pull-up that he took fading away but missed. Doncic received the ball off an Iverson cut out of a horn set and received a screen from the guard, resulting in Croatia switching. However, while this developed, a weak-side decoy action was developing on the right side of the floor, making it more advantageous for Luka to go left. Until Croatia used both ball screen defenders to double, Doncic accepted the coverage and passed to his open teammate drifting to the corner, but the shot was missed. Doncic began off-ball with Slovenia using a series of handoffs before he ultimately received a screen from the center. With the screen being flipped, Croatia remained committed to switching. Doncic accepted the best option would be to take what the defender is giving him, which was the drive left, but this time, the center was positioned toward the middle of the paint and sealed off Zubac to give Doncic space to get into a slow step, get Saric in the air early, then complete the wide-open finish. With how limited clean chances to get Doncic the ball to attack were in this game, Slovenia used him as an inbounder, then quickly got it back to him in the post. He used his size advantage to make an inside move and draw a foul. This was another successful Gortat screen from Slovenia's center. Croatia continued to switch with Saric involved as the big defender. Doncic read the opportunity to attack going right, so he set up the defender by using a right-to-left crossover, immediately followed by a between-the-legs dribble, shifting Šahrić to win at the point of attack. While this happened, the rim protector was sealed off, allowing Luka to get a wide-open finish. Croatia is overloading the paint as Doncic faces a switch in pick and roll. He floats the ball in his right hand while keeping the left foot planted, allowing him to get into a step back. But a tough shooting night continued for him as he missed this one. Croatia was aggressive, doubling Doncic when he used a spin move on an empty corner isolation sequence to get downhill. The focus was to take away the reversal to the corner, leaving a cutter unaccounted for in the middle of the paint. Zubac did a great job of recovering and pressuring to disrupt the finish, and a favorable shot resulted in an empty possession. Another shot Doncic tends to make but was missed. He attacks early on the break, gets past the nail before Croatia stops the ball, setting up a turnaround jumper on a quick post-up, but the shot rimmed out. Croatia was essentially zoning up on this way with Zubac in the paint initially in a deep drop, but he sent the nail defender to go handle pick-and-roll coverage, leaving Čančar wide open on the wing. This was a deflating miss given how open he was but didn't hit the rim. With Croatia in a small ball unit, the focus in pick and roll was to switch. Doncic was patient and waited for Nebo to dive to the rim and be engaged by Šahrić before using a between-the-legs dribble to attack left. Using a stutter step on the next dribble, Luka baited Hezonja into cutting him off on the recovery, setting up a between-the-legs dribble to go right for deeper positioning before setting up a turnaround jumper. A tough shooting night continued as this one rimmed out too. Doncic began this play in the corner and was featured in a Miami action, a handoff followed by a ball screen. Watch the approach here. With Šahrić playing up to touch against Nebo, Doncic rejects the screen, coming to a hard stop by planting and faking like he'll go right, baiting the on-ball defender to over-pursuit. Šahrić decides to veer switch this. Doncic kills his dribble and passes out to get into isolation. Šahrić wants to force him left, so Luka attacks open space, gets low before the step back, and creates separation due to the contact. This time the shot goes in. Doncic received a screen from Nebo as he crossed half court by using a crossover, with Croatia overloading the strong side. Luka countered by attacking deep to draw the commitment of the rim protector while reading the low defender rotating to the paint, setting up the no-look spray-out pass to Čančar in the corner for a made three-pointer. Croatia was zoned up on this play in what appeared to be a 2-3 zone. Doncic drew both defenders up top on a ball screen while the strong side corner was left open. With the defense rotating, the ball got back to Doncic up top for a catch-and-shoot jumper that rimmed out. Again, another close shot that didn't drop for him. Doncic received a handoff out of the corner with space to attack. He used contact against the smaller defender with a subtle push-off to create separation, got into a one-legged fadeaway, and knocked down the shot. Croatia blitzed Doncic to mix it up, and he countered by hitting the Čančar on the short roll. With how deep of positioning he was able to get, this resulted in him drawing a foul. Luka needs his best teammate to make plays like this often as he gets comfortable, as he shakes off rust. A big issue Slovenia faced by struggling to get defensive stops was limited chances to attack on the break. Doncic took advantage here. He drove left and countered the defender, overplaying the finish by coming to a hard stop and faking a pass to the weak side wing, setting up a no-look pass to the corner for a made three-pointer. Doncic had his back turned to a small defender before his teammate came up to screen and flipped it to help force the switch. Šahrić tried to reach after Doncic used a between-the-legs dribble followed by a behind-the-back, creating a drive left, but Doncic countered with another between-the-legs dribble to open up the middle. The rim protector rotated to the paint, so Luka tried to get deep and use a no-look pass to pass open the corner, but the defense anticipated it to steal the pass. Doncic used a screen at half court and drew the center on a switch, so he got into an isolation on the left wing. Croatia began to zone up in a 2-3 to show help and deter Doncic from driving. He used his strength advantage to drive left with the defender, forcing him that way, and got deep before playing off two and using a fake to set up a finish. With the score being lopsided, time was running out to reduce the deficit. Doncic rejected the screen to get to the left wing to get into a step-back three-pointer. He was off balance, taking this pressured attempt and missed. Croatia was so heavily focused on stifling pick and roll. The big was playing up, and the weak side low defender came over to tag the roller while the on-ball defender went over. Doncic read this Nad passed to the spacer in the corner, who ended up drawing a foul. This was an intriguing approach from Doncic to create an advantage in pick and roll. He used a push crossover to reject the initial screen, then Nebo rescreened, allowing Doncic to get into the gap and use a slow pace, freeing up Nebo to get behind the big for an alley-oop dunk. Doncic rejected a step-up screen from Nebo after floating the ball in his left hand. Croatia tried to veer switch this despite playing up to touch, creating a major opportunity for Luka to get deep on the drive and use contact against an off-balance defender to play off two in the restricted area for an easy finish. Given the success Doncic had with rejecting screens, the expectation was Croatia to adjust. However, Doncic held the ball to have Nebo flip the screen while the defense kept the rim protector in a deep drop despite the initial handoff which Slovenia expected. They had the initiator dive to the rim for a lob as a brush screen was set on the defender responsible for disrupting the pass and was already having to recover due to keeping the rim protector in the initial action. This seemed like a miscommunication here. Doncic quickly picked up his dribble to reverse the ball to the wing after drawing a switch in pick and roll. But there was no shake-up from the corner, so the pass became a turnover. Another approach I liked from Slovenia was to have Piraeus come off double pin downs after Doncic ran pick and roll with Nebo, followed by setting the last pin down. Croatia's defender went under, but is much smaller, so the release wasn't pressured much, and he made it. Doncic just couldn't get his perimeter jump shot to drop this game. He rejected a ball screen from Nebo again to get to a step back on the left wing, but missed this shot long. With the need to play fast, Doncic tried to make a throw-ahead pass to Nebo, but the connection wasn't there, resulting in a turnover. Doncic used a handoff on the right side of the floor to attack baseline, then made a spray-out pass after drawing a veer switch and playing off two, but not having a favorable angle to finish at the rim. He quickly exited to the corner to get the ball back to attack the mismatch. He used a few fakes after getting into short range, but couldn't get the defender to react. However, while this developed, a weak side 45 cut was developing and was left unaccounted for by the defense, which Luka exploited with the pass, but his teammate didn't complete the finish. We'll look at one final play considering the score and Doncic checking out shortly after. Slovenia tried to create an advantage for Doncic in pick and roll by having the guard screen for the center, who ultimately came up to screen for Doncic. Luka rejected the screen to attack downhill, and the low defender committed to helping on the drive, creating a chance to throw a lob to a backdoor cutter, but his teammate missed it. That's all for this video. Thanks for watching all the way through. I appreciate everyone that subscribes to my channel, and if you haven't done so already, I would appreciate it if you could. All likes and comments on the videos help my channel reach new people, so that's also very much appreciated. Check back for more content soon.